Hello and welcome to this week's video by Brave Brushes Studio. We're Julia and Anna, co-founders of Brave Brushes, a community for artists and urban sketchers. Our YouTube channel, our blog, and membership all serve the same goal: to help you get your technique to the next level and become a happy sketcher. Follow the links in the description section to learn more. And so are we ready to get started, Julia?
Yes,
Yeah,
hi guys.
I'm excited.
Of
We've got
course.
we've got something very interesting today, something we haven't done before. That's our Brave Brushers members pushing us to explore new things. Today's video is based on a question that we recently got from our member. Hi, Maria. So the question is, do you ever use watercolor markers for urban sketching? I'm wondering if they layer similar to alcohol markers.
A good question.
So I'd like to take this question a little bit further and ask you this, Julia. Can you use watercolor markers the same way you would use alcohol-based markers?
Okay, let's start with the first question. And the first question was if I use the markers, the watercolor markers in my urban sketchers, sketches. No, I don't. And the reason why is because I have a lot of different materials, and because I haven't um, uh, had a lot of time to try them out before I got this beautiful set. So maybe I will fall in love with this set and I will use it in the future. But I didn't. I haven't used them that much so far. So I'm very curious actually. However, I've tried them already, tested them a little bit. So they are actually really cool. And no, they are. Can I spill the beans?
I don't know.
They're
Yeah, well, basically, I was hoping you'd give us a straight answer right from the start. So, yes or no, can you use them the same way?
no. No, but of course I want to show you why it's what the difference is between these types of markers, and I love them both actually. I'm already almost in love with these ones, but they are very different. They're very different. Alcohol-based markers are more suitable for illustration. We will see how to use them, and these watercolor markers are more suitable for sketching. They are actually really cool for urban sketches too. So let's take a look. The first thing that I want to, the difference between these markers, let me turn on the light. The first difference is in blending, and I want to show you how I can blend alcohol-based markers first. Let's take a look. For example, I can I start with the lightest color, apply it to the paper, add the next color, and now this is the technique I use for alcohol-based markers to create a smooth gradient. I can also use the chisel nib, and here we have a smooth gradient. And these are alcohol-based or watercolor markers. And let's try to mix them the same way as alcohol-based markers first. And the really cool thing here is that we don't need to have that many markers as alcohol-based markers. They blend quite easily, but there is something that makes them actually useless on
Well,
with
maybe
this technique.
unsuitable for blending
Unsuitable for this kind of this technique.
because they look good, Julia. From what I see, they look good. But
Yes,
what's the problem?
the problem is that I don't know if you can see
Mhm.
this part and this. I have this small pieces
Right.
of
Yeah. Yeah.
paper here because they damaged the paper. They damaged the paper, and I don't know why. Maybe because they are very wet. They blend quite beautifully on paper, but it doesn't really look that good in
Up close, when you see it,
when
it
you see
doesn't
them
really look
closely. Yes, yes,
okay.
it's absolutely not beautiful, and absolutely not that beautiful as these colors. So
And so, right now, what kind of paper are you using?
this is mixed media paper, and I also have marker paper here, and I can show you that when we try to use them on marker paper, markers blend even better on marker paper. However, they also blend quite well on mixed media paper.
Right.
But if we try to blend watercolor markers on this paper, on marker paper, then it's even worse, actually. I don't know if you can see it, but
Yeah, maybe.
it looks really bad.
But we believe you, Julia. We trust.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
you can
Little
see this.
pieces coming off. Right.
Yes,
Hmm.
yes. So that's this paper is absolutely not suitable for watercolor markers. I also have some watercolor paper, and the reason why you actually yeah, you can blend alcohol-based markers on watercolor paper, but watercolor paper is very rough, and that means that you need a lot of ink to create a picture.
Hmm.
And that means that your markers will be empty very quickly. So I don't want to suggest this paper for markers, alcohol-based markers, because it's just waste of ink. For watercolor markers, you can say that this is the perfect paper. However, not for this technique. You can use this technique, but also here you can see maybe a little bit that also here the watercolor paper is damaged and it doesn't look very well. Better than on mixed media paper or on printer paper or alcohol-based markers paper. So I would say that we need another technique for for watercolor markers, and yeah, we will show this technique in the next video, but I can only tell you that
Yeah, give us a little teaser.
a
What
teaser,
does
yeah,
it look
okay.
like?
The
The
teaser
technique
is
that you would want to use.
these are watercolor markers, so
Right.
we need water. And if we mix them, blend them this way, then we create quite a beautiful gradient without damaging the paper. So this is what we can do with watercolor markers.
So the keyword is watercolor, right? So that means
Watercolor.
water and using the appropriate, well, watercolor technique
Yes,
rather than, well, the marker
yes,
technique. Can
yes,
you show me a page of your sketchbook if you have
yes,
one somewhere lying around?
yes, of course.
Okay, so imagine you have no water, right?
Yeah,
And you only have these markers,
yes,
watercolor markers. Can you do a sketch like this, like the one on the left here, the boat, right? And the one on the right? Is
yes,
it possible to do it with just watercolor markers without using extra water?
yes. Okay, so the difference between these two sketches is that here I use the blending technique, and we have seen that it doesn't really work that well.
Okay.
So I wouldn't suggest creating a blending a picture like this with watercolor markers, but we could use watercolor markers for a picture like this because I don't blend anything here. It's just I use the markers as just in one layer, very simple, only one color, no blending at all. And that's possible. And also, this is something that we are going to talk about in the next video, how to use markers in different ways, watercolor markers.
Right. Okay. Well, thank you. This has been truly, I don't know. I don't even know the word for this. Like we are discovering something new, right? Both you and I right now. So, educational, I guess is the word I was
Educational,
looking
yes,
for.
yes.
Right. Guys, let us know in the comments if you have used watercolor markers before. Maybe you have some good tips or opinions that you would like to share. And also, a personal question from me. Me personal, just Julia doesn't know about it. Should
Wow.
we challenge Julia to sketch a complete, urban sketch using these markers and not using water and the watercolor technique? If you're interested in seeing a video like that, like a 10-minute challenge for Julia, let us know in the comments. And before we go, just a quick reminder to like this video, subscribe to our channel, share the video with friends, and come back next week.
Yeah. Bye bye.
Bye bye.